A lot of folks nowadays want to point out homos and Jesus, and Jesus never stated any particular racism towards homos. He never said stay away from homos. He just said that wasn't something that he honored in a different way. And I'm not here to sell Bibles or holy water on eBay or to be a parrot like black practitioners and black reverends. They only teach you what the man taught them in the South. They're nothing but religious toms. These black practitioners, they claim to be like applications of religion, and if you don't quote the Bible the way they want you to quote the Bible, then you're not holy for them. Like if you was a musician, they want you to play chord for chord, riff for riff, and note for note. And that's a parrot. I mean, for that, go see a Michael Myers movie and watch him play his own theme song. These black practitioners have to change their tone. That's pretty much it. I mean, why make up stories when we know that these black reverends, these black rabbis, these black rabbis, they have to change their tone, demanding where you was on Friday because you didn't show, getting personal. Where's your wife? Why isn't your wife accompanying you anymore to worship? So these are things you want to consider. You want to consider also staying away from animal products, because Jesus, even though he never pointed out exactly what to eat, but he left us a message about closer to the vine is divine. And we want to follow that. We want to stay away from animals. That's why your thoughts are very animalistic. Because if you eat chicken, you become the chicken. I mean, Gary Noel and Michael Shelton could dispute that with fruits and vegetables, you could heal your disease. Because that's what disease really is. It's only a discomfort. And now you have Asians claiming that they could heal anything with medicine. And these are Asians that they run Procter & Gamble, and they just changed the name. Nobody wants to hear something like Masuki and Asaki, because they'll know, and they'll hate Asians because they'll know that Asians are capitalizing on the sick and healing them with medicine, and knowing that it has side effects. Sometimes the side effect is death. And the Asians don't want to tell you that. So they call themselves Procter & Gamble. They call themselves Robitussin. They call themselves Tylenol. And they stay away from the letter C because C would signify Chinese. They stay away from the letter A because the letter A would signify Asian. They stay away from the letter H because the letter H would signify Hong Kong, made in Hong Kong. So they use letters like R, so we could think as Romans, and call themselves Robitussin. And they fill it up with animal products, sometimes with animal blood. They don't tell you that. Sometimes the number one ingredient of these products over the counter in Rite Aid is animal blood, sometimes from a goat. So if you eat a goat, you act like a goat. I remember one day I was walking New York and a man kicked me like a goat after eating a bunch of goat, what they call in Spanish asopao, goat stew, chivo. They eat a sopa de chivo. And after he ate this sopa de chivo, this man died already, but after he ate his sopa de chivo, he went outside the restaurant and kicked me for no reason, like a goat. Not even a straight kick. He kicked me like a back kick, he got really close to one, and he kind of reacted like a goat. It wasn't an attack kick, it was a goat kick. So you eat a snake, you begin to steal. Sometimes guys that are criminals and the prisons that are filled with prisoners, A lot of these prisoners act like snakes, and even though they deny eating snakes themselves, their ancestors were risen and raised on snakes because that's the only thing they could eat in that town because they were poor. A lot of these prisoners, they aren't wealthy. These prisoners in Rikers Island, in Attica, and what they call up north, and prison systems like the medical systems, also Bellevue, those wards, these aren't the wealthy that are in there locked up. These aren't the ones that are paying their taxes every day and going 9 to 5 and punching in and punching out and respecting the law. These are bums. These are the scribes, the Western scribes. These are the ones running away from God. Jonah was running away from God, and they stopped him because we was under a terrible storm like we are now. We're under a terrible storm. The only thing I have is we have $2 under my name. You want me to laugh in this train station? Fuck. I only have $2 under my name. And you think this is funny? Jonah was running away from God, and they stopped him. And they told him, wake up, because they was under a terrible storm. The Jews were under a terrible storm at sea. They couldn't find their destination. They couldn't find home. The Jews were about to die, a group of them, rabbis including them. And Jonah's sleeping in the ship. And they wake him up. Listen, begin to pray or row the boat. Let's go, come on. Let's go. Jonah decided to continue sleeping. So the Jews began throwing stuff out the ship, hoping that something was evil in the ship, hoping that somehow the storm became worse. So they all came to the conclusion that Jonah, he was the one that was evil. And because he was running from God. And they took him and they threw him off the ship. And immediately before he touched the sea, a giant whale swallowed him up. I'm not selling Bibles. I'm just reminding you of God's experience and the people's experience with God on earth. And you want me to stand here and laugh, knowing full well that these black practitioners have taught you the direct opposite, what the man wants you to know. What the man wants you to follow and honor about it. Somebody smacks you, turn the other cheek and let them smack you the other cheek, like the French. That's the man that doesn't even practice it himself. The man himself has been found dancing in his synagogue and his churches and his temples of worship. Singing in the choir, the man. Getting on his knees, bowing down to the cross, bowing down to the Star of David, bowing down in Jehovah's Witness temples. What is the man doing bowing down to symbols? The man fought for us not to bow down to symbols. He burned the cross. And he told the blacks, get out of here. And now the man himself, the white man, he's bowing down to religious symbols. Why are you doing that? What message are you sending? Exactly what you fought for, now you're exactly throwing it down the gutter. Just relax. No, the man feels that he has to repent. He has to show that he feels sorry for what he did. The man is not proud of what he did in the past. He's not proud of slavery anymore. He doesn't take pride in that. If somebody talks about slavery, the man, he lowers his head in shame or he walks out of the circle. Every time I bring up slavery, there it goes. Boom. Look. 3 white men have just walked out on me here. Anytime I bring up slavery, white men walk out. I have this to say they walked out on the lead role, on a cage. Nobody's proud of that. We're folks that follow Jesus. We're not proud of slavery. We're not proud of evil. We're not proud of those that refuse to repent. We're folks that we repent. We honor Jesus as the Son of God. We honor Jesus as the Prince of Peace. We honor Jesus as Jesus Christ, the God of peace. Jesus is the Son of God. That's why we must insist on educating the nation the correct way. So what's our nation's number one priority? To educate it the correct way. Not the way the black rabbi or the black practitioners from the South want us to believe religion is, with fear. And they want to install fear into us like an application. Remove that application of fear. And tell the black practitioner, show me in the Bible where that says it. They usually don't know. And I've invited them to stand up in this station. Come on. Stand up in this station. You're like, what do you know? What do you know about the word? Then show it to me in the Bible. Show it to me where it says that. Where does it say that? Where? He's going to show me nothing. That's what he's going to do. He's going to stand here and show me nothing until the cops arrive and drag his ass out of here. He ain't nothing but a Tom. That's what he is. He's nothing but a faggot Tom that wants to take my spotlight for no reason until a cop comes over here, because I'm telling you, that's why, nigga. That's why. Don't ever come with that. Don't ever come with that nonsense over here again, nigga. I talk about the word the way I feel like it. Because I feel anointed the way I feel anointed. Because I feel like it. When the cops arrive and drag your ass out of here, and I continue because I feel like it. That's why, because I feel like I'm anointed. Yeah, because I'm a commander here also. I'm the commander of this platoon here. I run this station in a different way because I feel like it. Come over here trying to install fear into us because we'll remove it like an application. We're not afraid of Negro.